Hi there, my name is Louise Stanners Pow, and I am the Regional Officer for the Musicians Union in Scotland and Northern Ireland. Thank you for inviting me to talk today, and I'd like to just give you a little bit of an overview of the work we're doing at the MU and how you can get involved if you're a musician, and how you can be better represented as well. And for those of you who aren't musicians, hopefully this will be good information for you as well. So you can signpost other musicians to the MU, and if you need any assistance, you can get in touch. I've got some slides here, so hopefully they work okay. There we go. And I like to start just with this little introductory video.
You might hurt, you might hate, might fall down, no, it's all too late. You might slip, you might slide, you need the union right by your side. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Okay, so I always think it's good to start to have a think about what is a trade union and why are trade unions important. So to give you a little bit of background, just in a nutshell, if you're not already aware, trade unions are formed by groups of workers. Unions work for the collective interests of their members. Unions also help workers with issues such as fairness of pay, ensuring a healthy working environment, hours of pay, and benefits. So, if you're a musician, the MU is your trade union, and we stand up for employed and self-employed musicians working in every area of the UK music industry. We have around 32,000 members across the UK, and we come together to support quality, fairness, and justice. We also advocate for musicians and a better music industry through campaigns and lobbying work. And there are also a number of benefits and services that you can access throughout your career, which can be helpful to you. I'll give you a little bit of an overview of that in a moment. So, if you're a musician and you join the MU, as I say, there are a number of benefits and services that you can access. And I thought it'd be helpful just to give you a little bit of an overview of some of these benefits. You can find out a lot more information on the MU website if you're interested and you need some further information. But I'll just give you a bit of a brief overview just now. So, insurance is very important. Not the most exciting subject, but certainly something that you really need to think about if you're a musician and you're going to be out gigging or you're teaching. It's really important that you have insurance in place to protect yourself. So public liability insurance, if you're a member, you're automatically covered for public liability insurance. And venues may ask you for this before a gig. This also covers you for when you're teaching as well. Now, it's something that you should have in place, and it covers you against any kind of damage to any property, or if you were to hurt a member of the public, say you were drumming and you got a bit too excited and threw your sticks up in the air and it poked somebody in the eye and they wanted to sue you. That's the kind of thing that you're covered for. I've not heard of too many instances, thankfully, of members coming to us to claim this insurance. However, when you need to claim it, it's there for you. I do remember when I started at the MU quite a number of years ago that we had a member who was a harpist and went into a very prestigious venue and managed to rip a painting with our harp. And it's that kind of thing that you're covered for, because that would have been incredibly expensive. And I wouldn't like to think what would happen if you didn't have that insurance in place. So keep that in mind. It's something that you should be thinking about. You would also be covered to £2,000 free instrument and equipment cover, and professional expenses cover for when you're dealing with tax authorities. And then we also have access to indemnity cover for musicians who teach. You can also access personal accident cover if you are working and you hurt yourself. A big part of what we do at the MU is provide a lot of free legal services. So if you need any legal advice and representation, you can come to us. And we always advise that you come to us before you sign any contracts. If you're working as a musician and you're offered a contract, please do come to us before you sign anything. It's very important that we have our solicitors look over it. We don't want you signing any bad deals. If you're not paid for a gig, then you can help chase the fee. We do advise that you use contracts. However, come to us again. If you're a musician, you're an MU member, come to us if you've not been paid for a gig and let us help you chase that fee. Again, as I mentioned, we're a trade union, so we can represent you for problems at work, and we can assist you and be your trade union rep if you need us. If you're a part of a band, it may be the case that you are all operating as a partnership. So we advise our members to get a band agreement in place. And if you're all members of the MU, we can draft a bespoke agreement for you. And that's quite a good a good part of membership if you are in a band. It really can outline exactly what happens to the equipment, or if you split up, what happens to the name, and you can include all sorts of things like royalties, and you can really have a bespoke agreement. So come to us if this is something that you think might be beneficial for you. And as I say, if you're all members of the MU, that doesn't cost you anything. We can offer you lots of careers advice and one-to-one sessions. We tend to do these face-to-face, but obviously in these difficult times, we can always speak to you over Zoom, or give you an old-fashioned phone call, or you can email us at any time if you have any questions about your career. So the MU, we negotiate industry standard rates with all the major employers. So that includes like the BBC, ITV, UK Theatre. If you're going to be working for any of these large employers, then it's likely that the MU will have negotiated that contract and set those rates. But we also set rates for freelance musicians. So if you're going to be performing live, you can have a look at the MU website, and there's lots of guidance there about the type of rates that you might be looking to charge. So anything from live performance, teaching, composing, music preparation, freelance orchestral, that's some of the rates that are available. But if you can't find it, you can let us know. We always advise you to use contracts as well, and you can find MU template contracts at the mu.org. So as I say, it's a great resource. Have a look at the rates, and if you have any questions, you can let us know. But there's lots of guidance there. And remember, as a musician, you have worked hard to get to this stage. A lot of students coming out of learning sometimes find that these rates are a little bit high, but we don't want you undercutting other musicians. And you should really value the skill that you're offering that's taken you many years to get to this level. And if you're working as a freelancer, you don't have sick pay, you don't have access to other employee pay, so sick pay, holiday pay, that kind of thing. So take that into consideration. It might also take you a long time to get to a gig, and it might take up your whole day. So, be cautious and try not to undervalue what you do. It has been an incredibly difficult year. So it goes without saying that it's been a difficult, trying time for all musicians. And the MU has responded in a number of different ways to the COVID-19 pandemic. I thought it was worth mentioning that today. Some of the ways we responded are by launching a hardship fund for our members in financial struggles, who are having financial struggles. We also offered a subs holiday. So if you are struggling to pay your membership fees, you can let us know, and you can take a bit of a break from paying. As I mentioned, a large part of the advice that I give is legal advice and assistance through our solicitors that we work with. And at this time, needless to say, we've had to offer a lot of legal advice and assistance for people who have seen their work decimated overnight. Lots of cancellations, but come to us, as I say, if you have any questions, and we'll try and talk through the situation. We've been keeping our members informed on all the latest news and guidance and restrictions. As you know, these are rapidly developing on a week-by-week basis at one point. So what I would say is keep an eye on the MU website, and you can also sign up to the MU coronavirus emails, which you don't have to be a member to access. As I say, within those emails, there's lots of advice on the latest restrictions and any news that you need to know. And it might be helpful, even if you're not a musician, but if you're working in the industry, just to get an idea of what the latest news is. We have conducted COVID-19 impact polls, which have helped us gather data when we're lobbying government. And as I say, we've been lobbying government extensively. If you're interested and want to find out more information, do go to the website, themu.org. So just to give you an idea on another campaign that we've launched recently, we are calling on government to invest in musicians so that they can continue to make music during the pandemic and bounce back as the industry gets on its feet. You can get involved in this campaign. Again, you can find lots of information on the website, and you can feed into this campaign and contact your MPs. But the MU will continue to lobby for the best deals for musicians throughout the coronavirus outbreak and beyond. That's important to note. And we don't have any corporate members. We only represent musicians. So there's no conflict of interest there. Everything we do is for musicians. As I mentioned, you can sign up for the coronavirus news emails at themu.org. You can follow the MU on Twitter at WeAreTheMU, and you can ask questions to our secretariat through Ask the MU. At this time, you're probably aware that since Brexit, the issue of touring for musicians is a contentious one, and we're working with our members and lobbying government to ensure that musicians can tour freely over the coming months. This is something that you can find out more information on the website, and it's very much at the forefront of our lobbying activity. I mentioned Invest in Musicians. We also have a fixed streaming campaign with the Ivers Academy and an ongoing campaign called Work Not Play. Many of our members are constantly asked to work for free, and it's not a hobby, it's our job. And as I mentioned, the MU website has got tons of resources and information you can access. There are also a lot of training opportunities that you can access and workshops, that kind of thing. If you're an MU member, and these are generally free for our members. So if you're interested in doing a bit of upskilling or a little bit of training, we also have things like guided meditation that you can access at the moment, and lots of workshops for legal issues, health and well-being, things like, at the moment, I'm just about to launch a funding applications workshop. And we've done things in the past, like how to get your music out there and how to tap into your creativity, these kinds of things. So do have a look at the MU website and have a look at the events that you can access. I also wanted to mention that if you're a student, you can join the MU for only £20. It's a great deal at the moment, and that's for the full year. So you can join online. You do need a letter from your administrator just to say that you're in full-time education, but you get access to all the same benefits and services that our members get access to, that are full-paying members. So it's definitely worth getting joined up at this time. We want to hear your voices. We want your voice to be heard. We want our union to be as diverse as possible. And you can get as involved as you'd like or not if you'd rather just see how it goes, dip your toe in, maybe access some of the benefits and services, but you can get as involved as you'd like throughout your career. We have committees that you can join if you would like to get involved in the democratic process. So, just to finish up, sorry, there's been a little bit of a whistle-stop tour, and obviously we don't have the facility to ask questions just at the moment, but here are my contact details if you would like to get in touch. If there's something that you'd like to discuss more, there, as I say, there's lots and lots of information on the MU website about our campaigns and the benefits and services of becoming an MU member and how you can get involved. But certainly, here are my contact details. If there's anything you'd like to discuss further, you can email glasgow@mu.org. That's probably the best way to reach us at the moment as we're working remotely. But you can also follow us on social media as well. Okay, thank you so much for having me today, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.